Around 80 degrees this afternoon as the Mets close out their opening road trip. They've already guaranteed a winning trip before the home opener Friday. It's the Mets and Phillies coming up on SNY. In the lineup at first base today, that pushes Pete Alonso to DH. A little flip in the second and third spots in the order. Lindor moves up to second. And here's Aaron Nola, who has had some great days against the Mets. Like Scherzer, he doesn't walk many, fewer than 2 walks per 9 innings. But he walks Nimmo to start the game. And the curveball lifted out to left. Coming toward the line is Castellanos to the stripe and across, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Castellanos right up against that sidewall for the first out of the game. And Starling hits a double play ball right at Segura. And Gregorius with the turn for the 4-6-3 double play that gets Nola through the top of the first. Max Scherzer takes the mound for the Mets when we come back to Philadelphia. JT Realmuto's just 5 for 50. 5 for 50. Oh, and Scherzer. That's hard to believe. Segura's got good numbers, but really the only guy in the lineup who's had much luck against Max.
And there's Big Max. Like as I mentioned, 14-4 against the Phillies, 8-1 here at Citizens Bank Park. That's over 12 starts.
3-2 coming, and it's low and inside, ball 4. Schwarber looks back at Adrian Johnson and says, do I have my base now? Popped it up into shallow right. Long run in for Marte, looking through the sunglasses. He'll get there. And that's Scherzer's first out. And Bryce takes outside, ball 4. So a couple of walks in the first inning for Scherzer. And he walked him.
Wow.
And that loads the bases. Missed badly with a fastball low and away. 0-2 coming. And Segura goes down swinging on the changeup. So Scherzer, as he did against the last 2 hitters, went to the changeup to try and get the strikeout, and this time, and it's pulled on the ground down to first. Dom's got it. Scherzer to cover, and Max Scherzer gets himself out of first inning trouble. 3 walks, leaves him loaded. And a fastball on the outside corner.
Space Cowboy.
Escobar 1 for 6. Some people call me a Space Cowboy.
Stevie Miller.
There's ball 4. So these 2 control pitchers, who between them, and the fastball in there for a call, strike 3. So Dom got had on the 2-seamer by Nola today. Up off the right side, Camargo coming over right to the railing, and he makes the catch. Nicely done by Johan Camargo. First ever big league start at first base, and he handled that with no problem. 8 walks per 9 innings last year. And that's a good curveball to strike out Camargo. And Nito slaps the tag on him. First curveball Scherzer's thrown, and gets him his second strikeout. And he pulls one over the bag. That's a fair ball going down the line and off the sidewall. It caroms out to Marte. Stott trying for second. Marte's throw, and he got him! Starling Marte guns down Bryson Stott, trying to stretch a single into a double. That's why Buck Showalter wanted Marte in right field, for that arm. And the fastball blows him away, and Scherzer's got his 3rd strikeout.
So anyway, enough of that.
2-2 coming to Nito, and he goes down swinging on a changeup running in on him.
Art Mahaffey and Dennis Bennett were the others, right? And Ray
Nimmo
Cope.
slams one to deep right center field, back toward the wall, and that ball is out of here. Brandon Nimmo, for the 2nd straight day, provides the first run of the game with a home run. 2nd home run for Nimmo, all coming in the last 24 hours, and it's 1-0 New York. Swing and a miss. Lindor down on the high fastball. 4 strikeouts for Nola.
Everyday player in a blowout.
Good slider by Scherzer to strike out Realmuto, and that's 4 strikeouts for Max. 2 down. Cracks this one to left center. Over comes Nimmo with Canna. Nimmo calls, makes the catch. Scherzer's got his first 1-2-3 inning right after getting the lead. Alonso and Escobar in the 4th, and that's it toward the hole. Nice diving stop by Didi from his knees, and it gets on by Camargo, and Marte is safe. Terrific stop by Gregorius. It'll be a base hit for Marte. Camargo, not an experienced first baseman, couldn't flag it down. I'm not sure if he would have been safer out had he been able to make the pick. That's drilled down the left field line by Alonso, and that'll bury into the corner. Marte on his way to third as Castellanos digs it out. They're going to wave him home. Marte on his way home. Double clutch by Gregorius, and Marte scores. Timeout. And that's inside, ball 4. And that's the third walk given up by Nola, the second to Escobar. So that's a 4 2/3 from Wheeler last night, and there's strike 3 called. As Dom gets caught looking for a second time. And a curveball hit him, and that loads the bases. Well, the Mets continue to be pincushions. That's the 8th Met to be hit in the first 7 games. And McNeil is hit by the pitch, and that forces in a run. Back-to-back hit by pitch. McNeil is plunked. Alonso comes in with the second run of the inning, and it's 3-0 New York. That's against Nola, who came in at 9-3, 3.12 against New York. Double play ball to short. Gregorius to Segura and on to first. And that'll do it for the Mets in the 4th. Dominguez comes on to get the double play, but the Mets score twice and lead 3-0 for Scherzer. It's now with a 3-0 lead. And Castellanos drives the first pitch out to left. Canha will watch it go over his head and off the wall. Castellanos digging for second. Canha's throw just a shade too late. And Nick Castellanos, first pitch swinging, has a leadoff double. The Phillies' second hit of the day off Scherzer. 2-2 on the way. And it's broken bat past the mound. Charging Lindor. The glove and fire safe.
Wow.
Lindor opting to use the glove rather than trying to barehand it. And it might have cost him the play. Segura beats it out for an infield hit. And Didi goes down swinging. There's a big strikeout for Scherzer. He went to number 1. And Camargo goes down swinging on the cutter. Back-to-back strikeouts for Scherzer. 2 men down. Liner to short, over the glove of Lindor and into left field, and the Phillies get on the board. Castellanos in to score, Segura to third, Bryson Stott with an opposite field single to drive in a run to cut the Met lead to 3-1. Yearling, who struck out his first time up, and he pops one up, and McNeil waits for it to come down. That retires the side, but the Phillies scratch a run against Scherzer. You have a veteran pitching staff like the Mets have as Nimmo goes down on the fastball from Dominguez for the first out. And he rockets one toward the right field corner. That ball is down for an extra base hit. Chased by Harper. Lindor to second. He's in standing with a 1-out double. And Marte down on strikes as Dominguez blows one by him. Second strikeout for Sir Anthony Dominguez, and they're 2 out. Gets one in the air to left center field. Back in the gap goes Castellanos. Back near the wall, and it's off the fence. An extra base hit. Lindor will race on in. Alonso stands at second base with a towering double, and the Mets tack on a run. It's 4-1 New York. But this first week of the season, he's been anything but. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Eduardo. And he walks again. That is 8 walks for Escobar in his first 6 games of the year. Inside, and Dom is hit by the pitch. Can you believe this? The 3rd Met to be hit in this game. And that is now 10 hit batsmen in the first 7 games. 3-2 coming to Canha. And he struck him out. Ran that fastball inside on Mark Canha, and the Mets leave him loaded in the 5th. They tack on a run, though, and lead 4-1 halfway through.
If you miss with that slider, obviously don't miss over the heart of the plate. That's just the type of intensity.
That's lined the other way by Real Muto through the vacant part of the infield. And Real Muto with an opposite field hit, the 5th hit against Scherzer. Letting them do things that they are perfectly capable of. Harper lifts it out to left. Canha back on the warning track, feeling for the wall, and he makes the catch right at the fence. Harper making an opposite field bid and coming up just a little shy for a long second out. And a breaking ball popped up on the right side. Dom Smith waiting for it to come down, and that retires the side. Scherzer works through the 5th. Scherzer allowed just the 1 run today. McNeil spanks one to left, but right at Castellanos. And that's the first out. Up the middle, and Nito's got a base hit. So Tomas Nido with a 1-out single. get himself ready since he hasn't thrown many innings. Nimmo walks for the second time today. And goes after the first pitch. It's a double play ball to Segura. Gregorius with the turn, but not in time. Lindor hustling down the line, beat it out to keep the inning alive. It's loaded the bases in the fourth. They scored twice. They loaded the bases in the fifth. Marte blips one toward the middle. That's into center field, a base hit. Nito's in to score. Lindor will go to third. Marte with just enough to get that through the middle of the infield for an RBI single to make it 5-1 New York. 2-2 to Pete. Hits one in the air to deep right center field. Back goes Vierling onto the warning track. Back at the wall. It's out of here. Pete Alonso with a 3-run opposite field home run to break this game open. It's 8-1 New York. Second home run of the year for Alonso, a 5 RBI afternoon, and the Mets get the big hit and lead it 8-1. Escobar flicks one out to left. Castellanos comes on a few strides, and that's the third out, but not before
Sean's numbers right there. He hasn't pitched in 4 days, so he's good and rested. He pitched the second.
8 runs, a season high for New York, and now Segura is hit. And who knows what the intent was, but it's been a long time in coming that an opponent gets plunked. And Gregorius draws a 4-pitch walk. And he's going to get, Reed Foley is, an immediate visit from Jeremy Hefner. And Camargo pulls one. That's through the hole, a base hit. Bohm to third. He'll stop there as Marte fires it into the cutoff man. And the Phillies have the bases loaded and nobody out. Again, the 2-2. Off the fist to short. Circling in is Escobar to cut it off. He gets the out at first as a run comes home to make it 8-2.
He got him, just got him by a half step.
Outstanding play by Escobar to cut that ball off. Hit right off the fists by Stott.
He got jammed.
Grounder to short. That'll score a run. Lindor will get the out at first. Gregorius comes in with the second run of the inning, and that makes it 8-3. Now Joely Rodriguez will try and get the final out in the bottom of the sixth.
Third appearance for Rodriguez.
And he struck him out with a slider. Joely Rodriguez comes in to put down Schwarber and put an end to the bottom of the sixth. And the volatile left-hander Jose Alvarado will come on to pitch for the Phils.
Oh, we know all about him.
But throwing nothing but strikes here. And he fans Dom on 3 pitches. On the ground to his right is Stott. And his throw takes care of McNeil. And so Alvarado has the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for any Phillies pitcher. And that's low ball 4. So the Phillies. And that's inside ball 4. And now Joely Rodriguez has walked back-to-back hitters to start the 7th, and his tenure in this game is going to end. Adam Ottavino out there for the first time since Saturday. Real Muto at second, Harper at first after a pair of walks, and Castellanos off the fist into left field. That's in for a base hit. Real Muto will score. Harper to third, Castellanos into second with a soft double to drive in a run, and now it's 8-4 New York. 3-2 coming. Hits it out to center. That'll get a run in. Tagging is Harper. Nimmo makes the catch. It's a sacrifice fly for Bohm as Harper comes home with the second run of the inning. And the Mets lead once 8-1 is now 8-5. Gregorius pops one up into shallow left center. Out Lindor in Canna, and it's Lindor going out to make the catch. That ball did not have a lot of air under it.
Back towards the third base dugout like Soto.
Grounded past the mound toward the middle. McNeil cuts it off. That keeps the run from scoring. But it's a base hit for Camargo. And now the Phillies, who once trailed this game by 7 runs, will bring the tying run to bat. And Stott drives one to right field, but right at Marte to end the inning. A bullet off the bat of Bryson Stott, but Ottavino able to breathe a sigh of relief. Bailey Falter will be the 6th Philadelphia pitcher of the day. 1-2 coming to Nimmo. And a fastball got him looking. Ellie Falter got an advantageous call from Adrian Johnson there. 3-2 coming to Lindor. And he missed inside, ball 4 in his 53 home run season. Marte flies one to shallow right. On comes Harper. And Bryce puts it away. That retires the side. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. Seth Lugo trying to bounce back from a rough outing on Monday night.
Yep, Seth got the loss.
Let's have the shift on against Hoskins. And he hits one on the ground into that shift, and it handcuffs Lindor, but he stays with it and throws him out. Not an easy play as that ball came up for Francisco. And Lugo dots the outside corner, strike 3 call. After all those breaking pitches, he gets Schwarber looking at a fastball for the second out. And he struck him out, got him chasing a slider. And Lugo finishes off a 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. On the ground is short. Gregorius giving ground. And throws out Alonso, one away. And he drives one to deep left center field. Back goes Muzziotti looking up near the wall. And is it out of here? It's touched by a fan, and I'm not sure whether it's a home run or not. Going diving into third is Escobar. It's going to be fan interference. The question is, was it over the fence or not when the fan touched the ball? Reach out.
Not a home
run.
run.
It looks like it was not a home run. In fact, his glove got knocked off his hand reaching over the railing. So that ball appeared to be still in play.
Bad hands.
Runner will replace the third.
And they do place him at third. So it will be a triple for Escobar. A fan interference triple. And Dom floats one to shallow left. Castellanos comes in. Escobar tagging, and he's going to try it. Castellanos with the throw to the plate, and Escobar gets in safely as it trickles past Real Muto. It's a sacrifice fly for Dom Smith to bring in Escobar and make it 9-5 New York. Canna grounds one down to third, and Camargo will take care of it. I hope he's handling your luggage. Bohm stays on the bag, and that retires the side. Mets tack one on and lead 9-5 going to the bottom of the 9th. This will now be a non-save situation with a 4-run lead in the 9th.
Diaz looked as sharp as I've ever seen him last night. Excellent slider.
Harper golfs one out to left, back toward the corner. Cannon near the wall, and it's out of here. Bryce Harper with an opposite field home run just inside the foul pole. His first home run of the season to cut the Mets lead to 9-6. Just tucked it inside that left field foul pole, and that sets the Liberty Bell a-ringing. And a swing and a miss, and Castellanos down on strikes for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. And he lifts this one out to right center. Marte has room. 2 out. It's slowly. Diaz off the mound. He'll take it himself, and the ball game is over. Diaz gives up the home run to Harper, retires the next 3. Huge day for Pete Alonso.